Going after the Stardust. Which one of these two lucky...
Otto, you...
All right, then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sackloads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters and telling them then. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
You two take care, eh? I'll go and see the supplier.
Just don't let the bastard fleece you, eh?
Ah, he wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck. What do you need?
For a bloody riddance.
Morning, Click. So, what'll it be? And how am I meant to do that, then? Not bad, if I do say so myself. No scratches, right? Yeah, that should do you. And?
We're seeing troops amassing at the border crossing.
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto? Otto, sorry I'm late.
Ah, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's on. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's... It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
So this is Stardust. It just looks like black sand to me. should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid will be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoilt little puppy and enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed 5 years on. You're the one doing the feeding, so thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong, but I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. And if you hadn't, no one else would have without.
Don't give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you... You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading all this scrabbling about in the sands.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up.
Right. Ready to go home, boy? Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs. Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Crack the crystal too? Joking.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border crossing.
No surprises there.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid. Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in. Why would anyone want to do that?
Mid hasn't been her usual.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
Sorry?
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all details.
What's her name?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes.
I'll show you the plan. Here, excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacements. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, in other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material. If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize.
You can stop there. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
travel to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine.
Of course. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor.
Nice try.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid!
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. But don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Your work is done, Sid. We'll take care of the rest. Let Mid know she'll have her helm.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. All right.
We're seeing troops amassing at every point.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid.
Excellent.
And just...
Right, the shielding.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the... Which is why you need proper shield. A prism for the dragon's breath. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
How's the garlic?
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge,
Your sauce?
I know whose counsel I
It's
would
fine,
seek.
it's sweeter.
Hippocrates.
Terms? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
should have started reading books that don't have anything. Thanks to Sid.
Hippocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive? Always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine? What are these notes around the...
She has some specific requirements for the materials. That can yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it, as you can imagine. She's struggling.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or...
Perhaps. It is not a different material.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have, but Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm. Nobles would daub their castle walls with it.
So if we could recreate...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them and see what... If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specific... The knowledge of the past may yet prove you...
Thank you, Harbok. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need.
Water?
I could do with some help. And some company, too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game...
Thank you.
I'm sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. So, Clive, who will accompany you? Take your time.
Thanks to Sid.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
So, Clive, who will accompany...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of...
White chocobo eggs. Are you sure this list is right? I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, They have potent effects that are rarely, so much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction. Hence, now, of course, they can be obtained with ease.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now.
I will.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia. Where's Jill?
Keep them pilchards nice and...
And what can I do for you? I do like a customer who knows what he wants. And a fine, fine day to
Are those pepio nuts?
How the ingredients?
I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these. Why don't we split up and see?
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the pepio nut? I'll find the other things we need.
Up! You'll not find a bruised ribbon in the... Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here.
There's two.
Buy, sell, or be gone.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
With that price?
Did you find everything?
I did.
Garlic and pepper. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn. But before we head back... Thank you for asking me to help you today. Makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get just being here. Do you remember walking down Market Street in Rosalit?
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go right, wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself over here?
There was, yes. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pop. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... It's just... you're right. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how I like when we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Oh, I'm never drinking.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and others.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying them, followed by a rigorous process of perhaps someone ought to warn young men of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Up. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
We're seeing troops amassing at every port.
Mid might need some help tidying up.
You found some...
In a manner of speaking, he's supervised.
Brilliant.
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start way to the black...
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stack.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require...
It's finished. It's...
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you. Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just thinking about the Enterprise sailing out, searching for a land untouched. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice. Not from in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
All right. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting...
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have...
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I what?
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up with.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, Cap.
Ned told me she was building a ship.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl... No excuses.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yeah.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Man.
Sid, reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the Chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit, it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurity, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping...
I imagine Thai.
Proper?
So what exactly do you need?
Nothing but give me a sample, you pour the... So, and do you know...
I take it that's where...
I saw a billet on the hunt board for one, just the look on myself.
All right.
Thank you. I've tried to find a supplier for this stuff, but it's rare as chocolate. Teeth. Someone brings down a bike.
told me she was building a ship.
He cracked the crystal too. Joking.
It's no joke. Drake's fang is gone.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts? Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Come again. I may have more for you. Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obelith.
Yep. In a bunch. Going that way. Oh, you in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't. Got some luck. But anyway, I was on a let. Urgent, by the sound of it.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention.
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in camp, well...
So what? You've got us to do all the dirty.
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to...
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, that just like when we built this place. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharp. It wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked...
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sylvia my regards.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth. Sid. I remember what you told me. If no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooper is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop down and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock the supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. No one like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them. Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. The new boy.
It is things.